Before you watch this video, go watch the first tutorial I made on how to get the Floating Islands world type in 1.18. I show you step by step in that video how to create the custom world type and play on it in a single player world. However, one important thing to note is that your world cannot have a space in the name for this tutorial to work. That messes with a command later on, so name your world with one word or put the words together. Once again, I don't show you how to create a Floating Islands world in this video, I only show you how to import the world into a Minecraft multiplayer server. So, if you don't know how to do that, go watch the other video first before coming back to this one. Quick disclaimer, as far as I know, you cannot get the Floating Islands world type in versions 1.19 and above, but if you know a way around that, please let me know in the comments. The first step in this process is to create a world with the Floating Islands world generation using my previous tutorial. Remember, there can be no space in the name as I mentioned previously. I have one here that is all ready to go with the seed and generation that I want. To make this world easier to find in your file explorer, let's move it to your downloads folder. Type run into the Windows search bar to bring up the run command and put in %app data% to bring up this screen. Once you're here, double click on .minecraft, then scroll down to saves and select the world that you are importing into your server. Once you have it, simply drag it into your downloads folder and close out the file explorer. Now that we have the Floating Islands all ready to go, we need to create a new server to run this world. I am using Server.pro, which may not be the best server hosting site out there, but it is very convenient. You can import your Floating Islands world onto other server hosting plans, and it should be quite similar, so feel free to follow along on your own server hosting site. Create a new server with the free or paid plan. I'm personally going with the free plan because I am poor, but one important thing to note is to select Spigot and put your server version on 1.18.2. Spigot makes it compatible with the plugin we're going to be using, and your Floating Islands world won't work on 1.19. Once you have successfully created an account and server, you can bring your server online. Next, we're going to install the Multiverse plugin into our server. I'm sure there are other ways to get your Floating Islands world onto a server without using this plugin, but I like Multiverse because it is simple and allows you to easily swap between your default world and any other special ones you have imported. To install Multiverse Core, just click on the Plugins tab, search up Multiverse, and install the latest version. Then, restart your server, add yourself as an operator in the Players tab, and join your server. Once you are online, run the /reload command in your server to ensure that everything is working properly. Now, you can see that I can type in all these commands, such as /mvlist, which shows me what world I currently have on my server. Go back to your server dashboard, open up the files, and click on the upload button. Choose upload folder, and select the Floating Islands world in your downloads folder, where we put it earlier. After a few seconds, your files should successfully upload. Head back to Minecraft and put in /mvimport, the name of your world, and normal. It may lag slightly and take a minute or two, but once it is finished, it should say import complete. Finally, type in the command /mvtp and put in the name of your world, and it should take you there. The biggest problem I had in figuring this out is that when there's a space in the name of your world, the command /mvimport thinks that you are trying to tell it the name and then the type of the world, which confuses it. So be 100% sure that there's no space in the name of your world. Another problem I had is when I loaded up a world and it was floating islands around the spawn area, but it got corrupted further out. If this happens to you, just create a new world with Floating Islands world generation, run around the world a bit to load in some new chunks, and then import it into your server. Feel free to put any other questions you may have in the comments below. I may not know the answer, but I'll try my best to find one. But that is how to play on your Floating Islands world on a multiplayer server. Let me know if you want instructions on how to do this on Minehut or another free server host, and I will certainly try my best. That is all for me, thank you, and goodbye.